Alright, so we doing randoms?
Yeah, $20 random teams.
Yeah. Go on New York.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Let me get to my controller. All right, go ahead.
One,
Bucks,
two,
Bills,
three.
Patriots. Bucks, Bills, Patriots. I'm going Steelers, Patriots, Panthers. Steelers, of course. The fuck? Hold on, yeah, I'm not starting yet. Give me 1 minute and a half. Be right back. Yes. All right, 1 minute.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. Ty Johnson now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. Going deep right away. He's got it at the 30. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out cost him 10 yards as he's out of bounds at the 20.
Wait. Actually, do I want that? Here we go. Justin Fields, you're in, kid.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fields out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Fields on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
That's going to be caught by Washington. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
Here we go.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. He finds him beyond the marker. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down block, and the huge play extends this drive.
You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here, but we real big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. goes to the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
You got a mini basic. Why not?
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. Najee Harris, the touchdown. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Chris Boswell
No,
for
I don't
the
know
point
why I
after.
called time.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds, short of the 45, but still in excellent shape across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He's on the move. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. He's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to him. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. There on the stop, Larry Ogunjobi. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it would really break the backs of the defense.
Again, it's Cook. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. they'll go. Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll start with a give to Harris. Bouncing football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st and 10, it's Fields.
Look at that shit.
Makes the grab in bounds left side.
What? What? What?
Those chunk completions are so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically
Dime.
in the scoring.
That's Madden for you, bro. That's crazy.
Just a little icing on the cake.
First down throw for Fields. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And he's brought down for a loss. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers driving ahead. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Fields now on 3rd. Warren's got it, complete.
That's 2 picks.
He'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
That's 2 picks this game dicked me up already.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. That throw finds Pickens. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. From the gun, they go with Harris. Has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take the lead just before halftime. Najee Harris, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now Boswell on to send this away. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Allen now on 1st down. He's got this complete to James Cook. That goes for 36 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Catch made right side by Coleman. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Flush down now to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this is from 47. And Amendola able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Bass now to kick this away. We'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Play action, Fields. He's going to push one deep down the right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
It's caught. 1. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the 2nd half. You have all that data from the 1st half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the 2nd.
On 1st down, Allen. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Allen looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Allen on 3rd and 2. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. The close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you've got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He's back to throw.
That's a first, baby.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
To throw again, it's Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills push their lead to 3. Bass now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Austin put in motion right. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
He's got Harris. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Working quickly here. Fields on 1st down. Completed here to Pickens. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Fields out of the gun. Into traffic, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. New set of downs for him at the 38. Running behind center with Harris. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap to Fields. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. A 3rd down run with Harris. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's caught, he found some space. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen brought in right side by Kincaid. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, things weren't about to end after the 1st hit or the 2nd. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. And he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
He's got Khalil Shakir. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That's
No
pass
luck finding
interference.
his receiver that time. So it'll be second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
To the air again, Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Bills losing by 4. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Rolling left, buying some time. Connection made to Shakir. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down. Here he is to throw. Shakir with the grab. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game.
That's crazy.
They're out and set, first and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out.
Yeah, we'll run it back. Bro, you're not really that nice, dog.
Nigga, you don't beat me no more.
Let's go.
What you want to do? You want to play with your team? You want to play with randoms?
No, we'll do randoms. I'll go first. Broncos, Niners,
49ers,
or Giants again.
Broncos, Niners, and Giants.
I'm going Broncos.
I'm going Colts. Joe Burrow and the Bengals. For the Dolphins, going Joe Burrow and the Dolphins. I mean Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
This is double or nothing.
Oh my god, I just fucking erased everything I just did. Double or nothing, so.
You got you got the Bengals.
Yeah, no, I just fucking Alright, so $40 right here.
Mhm. So you could talk in the chat how I want to pay you your $40.
Oh my God, that's my favorite part. That is literally my favorite part. That's what we do it for, baby.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
My team is trash compared to yours. I know you're not trying to compare. That's okay. It's okay. I play though. I play.
So
I play and I pay.
To get this game started, it's 1st and 10.
You want to go back to favorite teams, Titans and Dolphins right now before I snap this? Oh, so then forget it then.
The Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it
Anyways,
expires,
let's
they
just
call a
play this
timeout.
out.
And after using an early one,
Yeah,
throw
nigga.
to spend.
You said favorite. You was hard like favorite teams. And your favorite team is. You can't beat me with your favorite team.
Opening play, and Bo will throw. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Cut by Sutton. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the
Say
system
about
is called
speed?
air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Going the out route complete. And this one doesn't go far. Offense in the hurry up here. Here we go on 4th, Knicks. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense
I don't get it. I throw a perfect dot. He catches it and they call it a fumble.
Almost nowhere, and then Brock, then they turn it over.
You know, it is such a double whammy, Kate. Obviously, you hate the turnover and giving away possession. But these opening drives are really a time to see what your opponent's going to do. The great coordinators will script it, right, to get different personnel, different formations, to try to get some tells from the
I
defense.
don't get it.
No tell
Man,
there.
they just be giving you this shit sometimes, man.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds his man over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To throw again, it's Burrow. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Offense up to the line fast. Brown. Will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
A loss of 2 brings up
They'll send him over right. Here's Brown again. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Bro, unless we use favorite teams, every time we played, you've had a better team than me.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They're working a couple of yards past the line. Play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
Are we gonna really?
We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Now Nix. That's caught for the 1st. And that one's going to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Towards Sutton, and it's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals are finally tackled after a big return. They're going to have the football beyond their own 30 following the turnover. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Burrow from the gun. Throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 4-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. On 1st down, here's Burrow. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. Into traffic, complete. Working quickly here. Burrow out of the shotgun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. 2nd and goal, back to all the way up to the 14 here. Now a handoff to Brown. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals inside a field goal range. Butker knocks it through. And that will add to their score.
Let's attack a long, sustained drive and take some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Marvin Mims now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Getting out to his left. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. They're going to move the chains after a big play. 39 yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Nix with it on 1st. Finds a man. Adam Trautman has it. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Nix from the gun. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a heartless
crazy, bro.
It's 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Chased out to his right. He's running for it.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, it denies the 1st down.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. That's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown there.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Burrow back to throw. Lays out. What a catch. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, Burrow to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos get it back at the 45-yard line following that interception return. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Escapes out to the left. And the first down pass set away by a defender, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Throw complete to Williams. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Rhythm.
Yeah, you don't like that lucky shit, huh?
Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler, gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He's on the move. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You know, 3rd and short is done. You want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise. Evidently, that's when they should have run instead.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll throw again. Nix. The sideline shot snagged by Sutton. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. We set it down for him at the 38. Throwing on 1st down. Nix. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And now it's 2nd down. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Brown on the inside give. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. In on the tackles, Jonathan Cooper. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the 34. That's complete. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. And the Broncos corral it.
You know, kid, I don't always think it comes to people's minds how much execution there is in a lateral. Right? You see it out on the playground, Little League football, people tossing the ball around. Well, there's a reason you don't get away with it in the NFL, because if you're not right on the spot, well, the defense can make you pay, and they do right there.
And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 35 to figure out.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Nix. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a third now. He's not through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running him out for some PATs.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Now Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati! McPherson to add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals grow their lead to 8. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Return's looking good so far. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Escapes the pocket. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Forced out to his right. Now he's going deep right. He's got it deep downfield. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Flush down now to his left. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap to Nix. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to keep it this time.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Nix now to throw. He takes a pop and the ball comes out. And now the
That's crazy that they give you that. I don't get it.
down after pushing this up to the 29.
I know when to time it. They just give you that shit too much. They just give that shit. They just give you that shit too much. That's crazy.
Instead of facing 4th down, even better. That defense is off the field completely.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Offense up to the line fast.
I mean, we throw a perfect pass multiple times and it turns into a fumble.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Bengals win it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's incomplete left side. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And that'll bring up second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completes this one to Chase. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On the handoff, this is Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense in the hurry-up here. They'll run again with Brown.
Nope.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To throw, here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be third and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you can hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Working quickly here. Second and 1. Finds a seam down the middle. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos down by only 2 in the 4th. It's a Bo Nix touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The fact that they pulled that out on a first and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
He's throwing for it! And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2,
No,
but it doesn't work out. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. From his own end zone, here we go. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set, first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They send a receiver in motion right. A give now to Brown. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4.
Here we go. Get in the pocket.
Burrow from the gun. Has it downfield working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A run with Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. He'll look to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
It is Cup left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially no timeouts for him. It's first down. Back to throw. On the move, headed right. Trying to push it deep downfield. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot.
The fuck out of here, baby.
At the 25. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Here's Lutz set to kick this one.
Oh, you suck.
And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it, too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. 11.
Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield.
The fuck out of here, baby.
Intercepted. Picked up.
That's what we do!
And the Broncos
We win!
should win them this game.
We win.
Now, too, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful.
We win.
But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. On second down, they're running with Williams. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They're looking to throw. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Bengals are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up. You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. A bit of desperation on this deep shot.
Give me that shit. Jamar, nothing. Jamaro, maybe. That's what we do, baby. What you talking about? Nigga I had the fucking Denver Broncos.
And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star.
We even right now.
Broncos to a knee and let the clock run out on this win. So it's a win for the Broncos.
You trying to play again or no?
Finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us?
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Tell me he's done.
What's the move? Tell me what to do. We're going into New York Giants. New York Giants.
All right, listen.
Do randoms.
So you owe me 20 from the Denver Nugget game.
Yeah, so we'll do 40.
We even on the Madden. So how much we doing right now?
40.
All right, but what do you want to do for as far as teams?
Randoms.
All right, so
But
if
right
I
now,
win, you owe me 40.
but if I win, you owe me 20. Cause we're doubling it.
20. Okay.
All right.
I'm rolling this blunt real quick. All right, I'll do my 3 teams. Hold on. 1 second. All right, we're going Bengals again. Vikings, Falcons. Those are actually 3 good teams. Bengals, Vikings, Falcons.
All right. So pick your team before I do mine. Bengals, Vikings, Falcons.
Bengals or Vikings, pretty much. I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one, boys. I'm going Vikings.
All right. Here's my random. Chiefs,
Fuck.
Niners, Bills.
Oh my god. So Chiefs, what the fuck are you doing? The team loves loves Chiefs in this game. They suck their dick. I'm not gonna. I'm not going to the next stream if we come on with them. But yeah, the team just deep throat. The game just deep throats Pat Mahomes. Oh. Alright, 1 second.
Damn, nigga.
That was a crazy game though, no? Am I bugging or no?
Yeah, you bugging. I fucked that shit up because I threw that pick at the end.
Okay, so it wasn't a hard game for you, you're saying?
I didn't say it wasn't hard.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
I'm just saying I made it harder on myself for throwing them picks.
Yeah. I made a little mistake at the end. It was
Come
only
on,
one
nigga,
play.
what we doing?
Gonna make one mistake. Give me 30 seconds before I hit the start button. Okay.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
Alright, come on.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete, but a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea.
Oh, come on.
Now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
Third down is the down that pass rushers live for. More often than not, they know it's a passing situation, and they get to just pin their ears back and go. Here early in this game, they're able to bring down the quarterback, and I got a feeling this won't be the last time.
Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Third and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Now Allen on 1st down. Open man, that's Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Josh Allen. Taken in, Keon Coleman. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll try to run this one in. And they are all over that on defense. Good serve. Drops him back. Let's put it at the 9-yard line. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's going to keep it himself, and he's in. Josh Allen, touchdown Bills.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. Open man downfield, it's Addison. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. He gets it to go, and the Vikings will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. And downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another 1st.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. That's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Throwing now, Allen here on first down. He's got it at about the 8, and he'll be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now it's Allen. He runs, and he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Bass's kick is good, and the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal.
A hit, and he has lost the football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. They run it once more with Jones. Jones, first down and more. And he's going to take this all the way home. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reichard, good with the extra point. 5 games will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it.
That's absolutely.
And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop
That's
negative
absolutely
momentum,
wild.
it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. They'll run it here with Jones. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. On second down, here's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. A second down, and he is in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, like the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Allen will throw. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down. Running left, it's Jones. Room to run inside the 40. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's got another one. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Good looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Allen. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now Allen, he'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll try against the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. Here we go on 4th down with Allen. That's caught! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Bills. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Jefferson. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. The throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. He is in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Riker now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Throwing is Allen. That is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he is going to score.
All right.
6.
Double or nothing.
Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity.
America. Alright. Randoms?
Yeah. Yeah, randoms. Go ahead. You want to pick mine first?
Yep.
Raiders,
Bears,
Bears,
Colts.
Colts.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. I'm gonna go Panthers, Raiders, Bears. From Madunze, Caleb Williams and the boys. Jesus Christ.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in '71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. On the return, Symbol Webster from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And some room to run now. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, 81 yards. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Richardson going to change the play here. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Richardson. Steps away. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Going for it on 4th, Richardson. That's to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here Richardson yet again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Richardson back to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon puts it off. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. in at Swift. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. To throw, Williams. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen,
Don't hear about nothing, nigga. You got so much lucky shit.
That snap, and look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Richardson going on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a give right side Swift. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Looking to throw is Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. To the air, Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up second and goal.
Throwing is Williams. They'll roll, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Roma Dunze from 13 yards out. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Richardson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Richardson working from the gun. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. He's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd and 5. Here's Williams. He finds his target, Allen. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Richardson escaping the pressure right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Back to the air with Richardson. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 39 that time.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
In motion right goes Allen. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Swift going to try up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 138 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he takes this one in for a...
All right, double or nothing. You got this.
So you know you owe me $1.80 right now, right?
Let's do 2, and if I win, you owe me 20, and if I lose, I owe you 2.
I gotta roll up.
Damn, son, again, bro.
Yo. So you owe me $1.80 right now. How much are we playing for?
2.
200?
Well, double or well, are you $1.80? So if you win, are you 200?
Yeah, so you owe me 200 right now.
No, I owe you $1.80.
We just played for $80, right?
Yeah, 80 and 80 is 160, dude.
Yeah, so 180. Yep.
No, I owe you 160 right now.
But you owed me 20 from the not the Dallas game.
All right, so I owe,
Nuggets game.
all right, so I owe you 180.
180. Why don't you just send that over now? We'll clean slate it, and then we'll see what you want to bet from there. So I'm not confused because I am 4 blunts in right now.
Bro, let's just play real quick. I'm gonna send you your money, bro. The money's not the problem.
Right, so how much do you want to play for? Let's play for how much? $100?
No, let's
You owe me 280?
no, let's play for 180. Double or nothing.
If I play for 180, I'm picking the Eagles. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, we're doing randoms. Just same.
Alright, pick your 3.
Go to New York.
Alright, hold on.
What do I owe you right now?
Owe me $1.80 right now.
1,
Saints,
2,
Ravens,
3.
Texans. Ravens.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going Texans, Lions, Titans. Let's do it. But let me roll this real quick. I need a minute. It's like when I'm at the table. I'm like, hold on, let me get right. I'm the one spending money here, losing money here. Give me a minuto. It's already broken up.
Wait.
The Ravens.
Right now, what do I owe you?
180.
180.
So we're gonna play for 180. It'll be 360. You have to send me over.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
But you know what happens? If you win, we won't have to do none of that. And it would have just been a nice night.
I'm not gonna win.
You know what I mean? What the fuck? Okay, I like the little confidence. Confidence. Best defense in the game. Best defense in the game. Three, 4 picks. 3, 4 picks. Alright, 1 second.
Matter of fact, you got Zell?
Yeah, I got Zell. Yep, my phone number.
What's your phone number?
203-850-2836.
You got that right?
Check.
Had to have, cause my shit sent.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown
Yeah,
Detroit, the
nigga.
Motor City.
Hey, hang on, I want to make sure. You got it?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that's not going to be returned.
Hi, your
as
name.
So many kicking teams elect to do.
Yeah, so it'll come through. Maybe you gotta verify something because you've never sold me before. That happens sometimes.
You should have got that shit like immediately though.
I don't know.
Transfers. Let's see. You get it?
No. Look, do this next paycheck. Look.
Okay, I sent that shit, bro. I just sent it through Zelle.
It's probably telling you gotta verify or some shit. Or you go to my Zelle. Check it after the game. All right, come on.
No, 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 no. I gotta make sure you get this shit, cause I sent it.
Just Venmo it to me.
I sent it already. It already lit my account. What are you talking about?
It'll kick back because it's it'll kick back. I get a text every time I get a Zelle.
Alright, let's go.
Good.
Yeah,
Lions.
I sent it though.
Past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
203 85. Yep.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I shut that shit again, bro.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise.
Yeah, I know I sent it twice because I know I did it.
In this one, the only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Back to throw, Goff. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Gone. That's complete to Laporta. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work in the hole and finish in the end zone.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Here's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Open man, that's Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
You send me that 180 back?
7-0 on EA Sports.
All right, I'm just asking. I'm not worried about it.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, connecting with Kohler. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Jesus, I don't want to do this.
To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them. And I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show him.
He's got him in, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll fake the handoff, now Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. A short one there, caught by Likely. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd down and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 57 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and 2. Now it's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd down in the yard. From the gun, here's Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Jackson. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
Pass interference.
By the tight end Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Alex Anzalone gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Goff. Trying for White, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback.
Hey, yo, send me my 180, because if I win, you got to send me another 180. What are you talking about? You know that though, right?
And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's 360. Yeah, I know.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner,
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, 70 yards. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. Still fighting for more. Still on his feet. He may go. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, 69 yards. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
There he goes right side. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 52 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Jack Campbell running him down behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Fucking throwing dots, baby.
They're all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's 360, homie.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes...
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2nd and 10.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
This is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
360, bro.
This is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Inside handoff, Henry. And dropped at the 35.
360, bro.
Some strength on the run. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
360. That's okay. I just wanted it back.
To go in the game.
Yeah, right.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't
send my cash, bro.
Until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive.
360.
Usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And no chance.
No, I sent you an extra 180. And now I want my original 180 back, so you gotta give me 360. I'm not saying I'm beating you for anything. We're even. You send me 360, we're even.
Had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And got his man complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last.
Bro, look at that score, homie.
As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining. So
come on, man. Look at that score, bro.
Just outside the 30. Gone. Down the left sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 34 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Goff looking to throw. Complete at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
A handoff running left, Henry. 20, powering his way forward. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Henry. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage.
360, baby. Give me all my money back. It's even. It's like we never. It's like you wasted all those games and never even played. Cause you go with nothing, no W.
Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big
nothing. You got nothing to show for your wins all night.
Where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly. They show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.